And the red flag is waved. Stage 7 is officially underway here at La Vuelta, from Andorra la Vella to Thurla Huesca la Maya. It's the second mountain test of this first week.
Well, shortly after leaving Andorra, the riders hit the lower slopes of the Port del Canto, a long but fairly shallow climb of almost 25 kilometres. And the first man to make a meaningful attack was Juan Ayuso, the Spaniard keen to hit back after dropping out of GC contention yesterday. Well, lots of riders tried to counter, and even if the peloton was never more than about 20 seconds behind, nobody managed to bridge up to the Spaniard. Yesterday's stage winner Jay Vine was also looking lively in the polka dot jersey, making several attempts to join his teammate Ayuso at the front. In the final kilometres of the climb, Mads Pedersen also tried his luck, the green jersey closing on Ayuso before the summit. Well, the Spaniard went over the top on his own, but he would be caught by a chase group at the start of the descent. Ayuso and Pedersen, joined by Vine and Raul Garcia Pierna, who was already on the attack yesterday, plus other strong climbers like Sean Quinn, Harold Tejada, Kevin Vermarker, Marco Frigo, Joel Nicolau and Eduardo Sepulveda. But would they get a shot at the stage? The average speed over 43 kilometres an hour for the first 2 hours, but the peloton began to ease off and let the gap open up. The 12 breakaway riders increasing their lead to over 3 minutes. And they continued to pull away as they approached the next climb, the Creu de Perves. Bahrain victorious, increasing the tempo in the peloton on behalf of Train to ensure that Garcia Pierna, the best placed man at the front, didn't snaffle the red jersey. The Spaniard began the day 4 minutes 57 down. But the gap was back to under 4 minutes as the break embarked on the second climb, the polka dot contenders setting themselves for an uphill sprint, with Nicolau the first to strike.
And here he goes. He's going to try and go early and try and get the jump on Jay Vine, who is the leader in that competition. And it's the Spanish rider of Caja Seguros RGA who wants to try and add another 5 points to his tally. Can he try and hold off the charge from Jay Vine and Sean Quinn? Oh, it's going to be close on the line. Jay Vine crosses the line. He takes the 5 points, 3 points to Joao Nicolau.
The race entering the region of Aragon, and by now it was clear that the breakaway would go all the way. Vine didn't take any risks on the next climb, La Espina, going early to ensure maximum points at the top. Whatever happened on the last climb, he would finish the day in the polka dots. Pedersen, meanwhile, was closing on his big goal of the stage, the intermediate sprint, which would help him to tighten his grip on that green jersey. Well, even if Vine and Ayuso appeared to be the clear favourites in this breakaway, they kept working together nicely to maintain their comfortable lead over the peloton. Well, one of the 12 wasn't thinking about the stage win, and that was Pedersen, who just wanted those 20 points at the intermediate sprint. The Dane even anticipating to make sure there were no surprises, and he would soon say goodbye. Ayuso then made his move on the final climb, the Spaniard determined to put yesterday firmly behind him as he tried to go clear. Well, Marco Frigo followed the first attack, but not the second. Ayuso in a league of his own, with Frigo soon 30 seconds adrift. The Italian was joined by Garcia Pierna, but there wasn't much that they could do to catch Ayuso. Back in the peloton, meanwhile, Visma Lease bike had taken control, just keeping an eye on things for Vingegaard. But UAE soon replaced them up at the front, with Marc Soler apparently setting something up for Joao Almeida.
From the GC favourites here behind, Joao Almeida is trying to break his rivals.
Ayuso closing on his 15th career win, while there was ultimately a stalemate in the GC group, with Torstein Train still up there and set to keep red. The day, though, belonged to Juan Ayuso.
He can celebrate. He can realise what he's just achieved. The man from Barcelona, the 22-year-old Spanish rider, Juan Ayuso, pro victory number 15.
What a difference a day makes. After losing more than 7 minutes to the GC group yesterday, Ayuso roared back today to win his first Vuelta stage, and that is now 3 in a row for UAE.
It's amazing. After the Giro, when I won my first Grand Tour stage, to win a stage here in La Vuelta, which for me is my favorite race, and the way especially I won it today is something I think I will remember always, and I'm just super proud.
Ayuso winning by over a minute from the rest of the breakaway, who were led in by Frigo, while the GC favourites crossed the line at 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Train did a solid job to stay with the big guns. He now leads Vingegaard by 2 minutes 33, and he's likely to take the red jersey into the second week. Pedersen went 174 kilometres into a mountain stage to boost his lead in the points classification, a mammoth effort today from the Dane. Velon also put a lot of energy into defending his polka dot jersey. The Australian is 11 points clear of Louis Fafaka, with Ayuso up to third. Giulio Pellizzari also finished with the GC group and stays in white ahead of Matthew Riccitello, with Garcia Pierna climbing to third. After 2 days in the mountains, the riders will be able to catch their breath tomorrow with the sprint stage to Zaragoza. Join us for that on Saturday, and thanks for watching.